Hello and welcome everyone. This is Yanaman bringing you another Fleet Ops audio commentary. I have the pleasure of bringing you a 2v2 on Tau Ceti tonight. We have, starting out on the right-hand team, Boggs playing the White Dominion. His teammate, HalFala, playing the Blue Klingons. Over here comprising the left-hand team, starting off as the Green Klingons is Butterbread. And down here in the left-hand corner, we have, as the Red Dominion, B2K10. Now, we are playing on Tau Ceti. It's a 2v2, 24K by 24K map. It's a custom map, it's not stock, so you have to get it from Phoenix or the forums. It is a little bit unique in that it is highly asymmetrical. And as far as balance, it's still a little bit up in the air as far as the community is concerned about whether it is. One thing you'll notice is that your starting moons are much further away than any of the others, definitely the stock maps and even some of the more popular maps. So you immediately have to you get no protection whatsoever from your starbase as far as the guns, because literally the entire area around the mining is open for raiding. Now we can see here that we have a pure tech guy going lots of bugs, perhaps looking to maybe build a second construction yard. That is actually a popular strategy. It's actually fairly effective. Over here we have, as the Klingons are, this is a Tokroja Klingon, and it looks like moving straight into perhaps Covorts, because we see 0 Quebec classes on the build queues, and he's moving straight into a field extension yard. So perhaps looking to see a lot of Covort spam, and this is one of Butter's favorite tactics from looking at some of his other plays. He does get a lot of usage out of them, so, and they do happen to be quite sustainable. So one of the derelicts of the map, notice it has only 2 offense, but nonetheless, as a derelict, this is going to offer Boggs a little bit of extra scouting early on in the game. And in the proper hands, that just means he doesn't have to build an extra scout, which will save him just a little bit of cash off the front end, and may be able to turn that around later into a victory somewhere down the road. I believe he is playing Breen. This is a little bit of a restart. We had a disconnect earlier, and this guy here in about 5 seconds, we can tell you, should be a Breen construction yard. Now over here, his teammate still in the process of getting things going up. Also a Tokroja Klingon. Notice that he is producing Quebec classes at the same time he's putting up a field research. Now his options here is he can research the Quebec class heavy disruptor, torpedo drone, which will up the offense of these Quebec classes quite nicely. So, or he can just go straight into Covort production, which might serve him well. It would definitely serve him well in the mid game, but depends on a little bit the fact that this map is kind of large. Over here we can see, and that large size is sort of, it works against any sort of earlier game units because you have enough distance in between you and your opponent. So just finally getting the dilithium mining up and running over here in B2K10's environment, but he does have a second construction yard. Again, still doesn't have the lithium mining really to back him up. So the game starting kind of slow as people are trying to get their production up. Finally we have Boggs moving into some warships, setting up a phaser sentry. And let's go back over here. We'll take a look, see if this guy is indeed Breen. He is Breen. And so yeah, we're waiting a little bit. Nothing too exciting has happened, except we do see HalFala moving into heavy disruptor, and that will give his Quebec classes some extra firepower. The question is he going to utilize those, and how? The Klingons over here in this corner still have only produced one covort. This guy is really just hanging out. Another covort on the way. A third covort not even queued up yet, as this player is getting the titanium mining. And so the map really kind of pushing players towards a longer early game, and not a lot of folks are actually raiding at this early stage. However, we do see HalFala coming to my rescue by going and trying to go beat somebody up. You can still see that even with these 3 Quebecs, he hasn't even set up his initial titanium mining, as it was sitting all the way over here. In the meantime, Boggs is still producing bugs, not at the accelerated rate that PureTech does. And interestingly enough, yeah, just not a lot of ships on the ground at the moment, as these 3 Quebec classes try to make their move over here onto Butters' first dilithium, his main dilithium actually, as this one scout here is HalFala's. You can see it is the blue color. So he has a pretty good idea of what's going on in this base. He had the opportunity to start counting ships. It is possible that he could count the number that there's really only 1 covort on the map, perhaps 2, and he may realize that he has an upper hand here. So an early raid by Hal here. You can hear the decloak going off. These guys coming online, going to be pounding on Butters' main dilithium here. Butters immediately on that. Just you can see he's immediately turning these around, trying to get these back into repair area. But those 3 guys really moving in on this area, going to get a kill here if they can manage. They look a little bit like they are manually targeting this one guy here. Hal giving up the chase at the possible kill, and these guys are not set on the right movement autonomy, because they are going to run outside of range, and they are going to spend a little bit of time burning seconds, managing not to get any kills. Got to give Butters a good lot of credit here for not wasting anything at all. Managed to get everything saved, everything, give no kills to his opponent so that they could get experience. These ships are going to be tied up here at the moment, trying to burn down this mining station, where at the same time over here, Boggs is doing a little bit of scouting around on folks, seeing nothing. So we are back here with these 3 Quebec class trying to burn down this mining station. They are tied up here for a very long time. As you can see that Butters, where is his other covort? His other covort right over here, taking forever, doing nothing in the process. He is going to end up losing this. If nothing else, he can decom this, and that would allow, at least prevent Hal from getting any sort of experience off of this destroyed station. But it doesn't look like he's doing it at the moment. Maybe he's hoping that his covort will come there just in time, but it is so slow, and it doesn't look like he's going to do that. This covort just hanging out here. In the meantime, Hal has managed to pump out another ship, is looking to go into an expansion perhaps, or just finally finish up his titanium, probably hurting on the titanium. So yeah, this map not working in these guys' favor as far as early game. Okay, now we see the second covort come up. These Quebec classes are coming under fire, needing to cloak out, and they are in the process of doing that. You can see this one guy has managed to get out of there. If getting no kills at nothing else, These Quebec classes have hurt the dilithium mining of Butters, and